Hi there, today I bring you a new recipe where I'm going to show you my version of the garlic nuts. There are many versions in the market, but my version is different. I hope you'll try this and I hope you'll enjoy it. Let's get started. We start with water, sugar, then we have salt, then we have oil. You can use melted butter, but oil will do for this recipe. Regular cooking oil. And then we have our Bakerdream yeast, which we can add to the flour. We're using Bakerdream yeast, which is instant, so you can just add it to the flour. You don't have to bloom it in water. Right? So, let's add this in. For this recipe, you can use all-purpose flour, you can use bread flour. We will mix this for 1 minute until the dough forms. If you will notice, this dough is very similar to a pizza dough, except that it has a little bit more sugar. So this is a lean dough, which is the base for our garlic nuts. The dough has been formed. It means that the liquid has picked up the flour. So we increase the speed to medium. And let's mix this for 8 minutes until the dough is smooth and elastic. Bakerdream instant dry yeast is very easy and convenient to use. It's fast acting and it's very affordable. Alright? You pinch off a small portion and try to check if you can stretch it without it breaking. Right, so this is good. See? Transfer the dough to a bowl with oil. Form it into a ball. See? And then flip so that there's oil on top and in the bottom. Then we cover this with plastic or a damp cloth. We will let this rise for 45 minutes to 1 hour. Depending on the temperature of your baking area. Let's cover this with plastic, or you can use cling wrap or a damp cloth, or you can just cover this with a tray. What is important is it does not form a skin. We'll make the cream cheese filling for our garlic nuts. Okay, as I said, this is my version. The regular garlic nuts do not have cream cheese inside. I just want to make another version, something different. And we will serve this with marinara sauce too, which is also something different. So you just mix this together, sugar and cream cheese. This will be our filling. Then let's make our garlic topping. We have melted butter. You can use salted or unsalted. Then I put a pinch of salt. Then we have the minced garlic. If you don't like the fresh garlic, you can add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Right, so mix this together. And then later on, we will toss in the Parmesan cheese and the chopped parsley. Let's make the marinara sauce, which will go with our garlic nuts. So we start with oil. If you have olive oil, use olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, regular cooking oil will do. You heat the oil. And then we have garlic, onions, we cook the onions until the onions are soft. And then we add 1 can of chopped tomatoes. And then we add our seasoning. Because we're Filipinos, we add a little sugar. We have salt. We have pepper. We have basil, oregano, chili powder. Then we have parsley. Dried parsley. You can use dried or fresh parsley. Since we're using canned tomatoes, once it boils, you just cook it for 2 minutes and then it's ready. If you're using fresh tomatoes, you have to cook it for 30 minutes until the tomatoes are very soft and the acidity has already been removed. Right, this is ready. We'll set this aside. If you want a finer marinara sauce, what you can do is use a stick blender. So you mash up these tomatoes, or you can put it in a blender. But I like it this way because it has texture. Looks nicer, alright? So you see, the Bakerdream is very fast acting. So let's divide this into 40-gram portions. Well, it depends on how big you want your nuts to be. And then you form them into balls. If you don't know how to round it this way, all you have to do is cup your hand and then press it on the table. Or you can just do it this way. You invert it and make sure you have a smooth part. We're able to make 30 pieces at 40 grams each. The size is up to you. You can make smaller ones, you can make bigger ones. Alright, we roll it out into a rectangular shape. And then we fill with cream cheese. And then roll it. This, you pinch to close. Alright, this one we make about 8 inches. Then what you do next is make a nut. That's why it's called a garlic nut, because it's in a nut. Okay, let me make another one. Roll this out. And then put a little cream cheese here. And then roll. Make sure you pinch the ends. And then we need about 8 inches. And then form it into a knot like this. See? Just like that. Very simple knot. Okay? And then put it here. Let's continue with the rest. Here are the garlic nuts. We will proof this for about 30 minutes or until it's double in size. We will bake this at 375 degrees Fahrenheit until it's done and it's brown. No need to put an egg wash. The garlic nuts are now double in size and ready to be baked. See how quick and fast the Bakerdream Instant Yeast works. Okay, 375 degrees, 10 to 15 minutes. Here are our garlic nuts. By the way, this is supposed to be dense because this is a pizza dough recipe. This is not a sweet dough. This goes very well with coffee, hot chocolate. Sprinkle this all over. This is the garlic butter mixture. Then we toss this. And then we add in the Parmesan cheese. And then we have chopped parsley to finish this off. And then you serve this with the marinara sauce. This recipe is brought to you by Bakerdream Instant Dry Yeast, distributed by Global Pacific Distribution Network Corporation.